As I mentioned earlier, we're now 2 years and 2 months in, or 2 years and 1 month into the lawsuit. SEC filed suit against us, saying that our sales of XRP represented sales of unregistered securities.
What do you think will be XRP's price by the end of the decade? Today, not only statisticians and analysts make predictions about this, but also an artificial intelligence chatbot, ChatGPT. Who do you think will come up with the most realistic prediction? Analysts who have decades of experience under their belt, or an artificial intelligence designed to be more intelligent than humans? So, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence chatbot developed by OpenAI and released in November 2022. It is built on top of OpenAI's GPT 3.5 and GPT-4 foundational GPT large language models, and it has been fine-tuned for conversational applications using both supervised and reinforcement learning techniques. Further, ChatGPT is a sibling model to InstructGPT, which is trained to follow the instruction in a prompt and provide a detailed response. The launch of the text-based artificial intelligence platform ChatGPT has reinvigorated the public's interest in the technology, as it demonstrates utility across various ideas, including providing insight into the future price of cryptocurrency assets like XRP. Now, what does ChatGPT think will be the price of XRP by 2030? Let's just say that ChatGPT is outrageously bullish on Ripple despite the overwhelming market uncertainty amidst regulatory pressure. You know this already. Ripple has been embroiled in a legal battle against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission since late 2020. Going back, ChatGPT was asked to share the XRP's possible price by 2030 based on various metrics, including chart patterns and technical analysis, as well as the outcome of the legal battle that the SEC is waging against the blockchain company. Well, according to the AI tool, it was difficult to provide a reliable prediction of the price of XRP by 2030, citing regulatory uncertainty, variable market sentiment, technological development, and other factors. It said, "The future price of cryptocurrencies, including XRP, is highly uncertain and subject to many factors, such as regulatory changes, market trends, and technological advancements, among others. Even with access to various tools for technical analysis, traditional chart patterns, and AI algorithm predictions, it is impossible to accurately predict the future price of cryptocurrencies. Fundamental analysis is one of the basic ways to determine an intrinsic value of an asset. Given the ongoing US SEC lawsuit against Ripple Labs, understanding the impact of ruling scenarios on XRP's value is key." Similarly, ChatGPT acknowledged the difficulty of predicting the accurate outcome and impact of the lawsuit. It said, "Overall, the outcome of the SEC lawsuit against Ripple is uncertain, and it is difficult to predict exactly how it will affect XRP's price in the short and long term. Investors should carefully consider the potential risks and uncertainties involved before making investment decisions." Still, ChatGPT noted several points about the SEC versus Ripple case. When asked about the potential strengths of the SEC case against Ripple, ChatGPT noted 5 points. One is XRP sales. The SEC has alleged that Ripple conducted an unregistered securities offering of XRP worth $1.3 billion, which, if proven true, would be a piece of strong evidence that XRP is a security and Ripple conducted an illegal offering of securities. ChatGPT also pointed to the investment contract. The SEC has argued that XRP is a security based on the Howey test and that the purchase of XRP constitutes an investment contract. If the court finds that the purchase of XRP meets the 4 prongs of the Howey test, it would be a strong argument in favor of XRP being a security. Investor expectation of profit was also one of the points noted by ChatGPT. The SEC has argued that XRP investors had an expectation of profit from their investments, which could be strong evidence that XRP is a security and that Ripple's sale of XRP constitutes an illegal offering of securities. Further, control and influence play a huge role in the case. The SEC could argue that Ripple exerts a significant amount of control and influence over the XRP ledger, which would undermine the argument that XRP is decentralized. And perhaps most important of all, precedent. The SEC has a strong track record in similar cases, and a ruling against Ripple could set a precedent for other cryptocurrencies and companies in the industry. Now, the Howey test is the strongest point the SEC is using against Ripple, but why does it come short? Well, simply put, the Howey test is a strong point that the SEC is using in its case against Ripple because it is a well-established test for determining whether an investment contract constitutes a security under the Securities Act of 1933. However, the test has limitations, and there are several ways in which it might come up short in the case against Ripple. In light of this, Ripple XRP is not a security according to ChatGPT. Why? According to the chatbot, XRP is not a security because it does not meet the criteria of the Howey test. Moreover, it is not an investment of money, but instead a digital asset wherein its utility can be used for various purposes, such as facilitating cross-border payments. ChatGPT also noted that XRP is not a common enterprise, since it is decentralized, meaning its value is not dependent on the efforts of a central party such as Ripple, the company. Also, there is no reasonable expectation of profits, as XRP holders do not expect profits to be derived from the efforts of others, but instead expect profit from the appreciation of the digital asset value. Finally, XRP holders do not expect a return on investment. It is not an investment in the traditional sense, but rather a currency or a commodity, and holders do not expect a return on their investment. Now, it makes sense why ChatGPT acknowledged the difficulty of predicting the accurate outcome and impact of the lawsuit. Still, we can attempt to pry an answer out of the chatbot by looking into XRP's price history. Although historical data doesn't necessarily affect future price movements, price action is vital in technical analysis, and past trends can offer crucial insights. In light of this, ChatGPT was able to pull XRP's historical price action data. The AI model gave a year-by-year breakdown of XRP's price action from 2017 to 2021. In early 2017, XRP was trading at less than 1 cent per token. It then experienced a significant increase in value, reaching an all-time high of around $3.84 in early January 2018. After reaching its peak, XRP's price began to decline and remained relatively stable for several months before experiencing another surge in late 2018, rising to around 75 cents in November of that year. By 2019, XRP's price fluctuated between around 25 and 50 cents for much of the year before dropping to around 20 cents by the end of the year. In 2020, XRP's price remained relatively stable in the first half of the year, hovering between around 15 and 25 cents. However, in December 2020, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) announced a lawsuit against Ripple, alleging that XRP was an unregistered security. This caused XRP's price to drop sharply, falling to around 17 cents by the end of the year. In 2021, XRP's price fluctuated, reaching a high of around $1.96 in April before dropping again in May and June. However, in November 2021, XRP's price registered another surge, reaching a high of around $1.40. Overall, it is evident that XRP's price action was largely determined by the market sentiment and regulatory pressure. In addition, XRP's highs and lows throughout the previous years could act as key support or resistance levels in the future. Now, what do analysts, actual human beings, predict will be the price of XRP by 2030? Like the AI chatbot, analysts found it hard to accurately predict what XRP will be worth in 2030. The price depends on many variables, whether economic, regulatory, or technical, that can't be anticipated years in advance. Fortunately though, XRP has a lot working in its favor, especially if Ripple wins the SEC lawsuit and the IPO comes to fruition. Ripple already has many innovative financial services that enable cross-platform and cross-blockchain payments. Trading Education, which is bullish on XRP's long-term future growth, likens the platform to a Visa competitor by the end of the decade. The site predicts that XRP could reach a high of $31.81 by the end of 2030. If this actually turns out to be true, and you were able to ride the waves and hold on to your cryptocurrency, a $100 investment today could yield $9,258 in less than 10 years. But before you get too excited, keep this in mind. Cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, and you could just as easily lose your entire investment. That said, you should only invest money that you can afford to lose. Also, as in any investment, you should make smart decisions to minimize the risks. Yes, there are always risks, and you should know that by now. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more of this content.